Hi guys, welcome to IAS with Santosh. Guys, this video is going to be very interesting and very important for the Prelims 2023 aspirant because in this video I am going to talk about some wrong option elimination techniques which are floating around on the YouTube, and if you use those option elimination techniques you will end up losing marks rather than gaining marks in the examination. Guys, it is said that half knowledge is more dangerous. It is said that half knowledge is more dangerous. Similarly, half option elimination techniques, unscientific option elimination techniques can harm you more. Guys, these days, social media is flooded with option elimination techniques. Guys, let me tell you, I was the first person on Quora. You can go and check. In 2018-19, I had given most of the option elimination technique and my answer had got millions of views on Quora. You can go and check out, and many students have used those techniques and they have succeeded in the prelims examination in thousands of numbers. So guys, today I'm going to I'm going to talk about that faulty option elimination strategy. But before that, I'm going to share with you an interesting story which is very applicable for UPSC aspirant. And guys, that story goes like this: that there was a turkey and there was a bull. Both turkey and a bull on a sunny day were talking to each other. The turkey said that I want to climb to the top of the tree. I want to climb to the top of the tree, but I do not have the energy. The bull thought for a moment. The bull thought for a moment and said, why don't you eat my droppings? They are full of nutrients. They will give you the energy to climb at the top of the tree. Okay, so the turkey thought for a while and said, let me try. So the first day turkey ate the dropping of the bull and the turkey was able to climb to the first branch of the tree. The turkey was very happy. So bull asked, did you got the energy? Yes, said yes, it worked. So again the next day turkey tries and eats the dropping of the bull, and the turkey climbs to the second branch of the tree. And the third day again the turkey tries to eat the bull dropping, and again the turkey rises to the third, which is the top branch of the tree. But suddenly a farmer discovers the turkey and kills the turkey. The moral of the story is what? That bullshit can take you to the top. Bullshit can take you to the top, but bullshit cannot keep you at the top. Bullshit cannot keep you at the top. Similarly, wrong option elimination techniques can help you one place, but it will do you more harm than helping you, because sometimes it might not work at all and you will end up losing a lot of marks. So guys, today I am going to show you with the example of question and the technique. So the technique was, let me tell you what the technique that student told me. Sir, I have discovered a YouTube technique which says that whenever x by a, means wherever it is written x is done by a, wherever by is used, that statement will be incorrect. That statement will be necessarily incorrect, and this is they are saying that 99% of the cases it works. Guys, it is just the opposite. Most of the cases it does not work, and I am going to show you with lot of examples today. And first of all, without showing examples, guys, option elimination must have some logic, must have some reasoning, must have some solid reason. Just randomly if you are picking by will work, this will work. See, if you go by, let me just tell you, let me just show you the question and then I am going to tell you. Otherwise you will say that sir is making fun. I don't want to make fun, I just want to show you. I want to, see, my point is, I want to make you, understand the real option elimination principles. Guys, because see what happens, you see, many aspirants, what happens, because they have half-baked knowledge, half-baked principles. So what happens, sometimes they will succeed in the prelims, next time they will fail in the prelims. Again they will succeed, again they will fail, again they will succeed, again they will fail. There are very few people who will always pass the prelims, because these are very few people who have mastered the technique. Mastered the technique means scientific technique. Otherwise, you see, your result will be like this. Therefore, I tell you, you have to master these techniques. Then only your result will be always, okay, positive. Okay, I know many of them. Okay, once they cracked prelims, okay, again they failed, again they cracked, again they failed. This is not what scientific principles. These are not science. Science will always apply. Okay, let me now tell you what was the logic here. What was the logic that student was telling me, and I am going to give you the exact, okay, how this optional elimination technique works. And anywhere in India you can go and you can check out this technique is not there. Okay, now might be after I make this video, many people will start using those techniques. Okay, so let us see. So what that technique that student was telling me, which is wrong technique by the way, and that's what I want to show you today. What he was saying, sir, wherever by will be used, that statements are incorrect. So let us read this question. Consider the following statements. Vietnam has been one of the fastest growing economies in the world in recent years. Vietnam is led by a multi-party political system. So here he says, because by is used, generally by statements are incorrect. Generally by statements are incorrect. So this is gone, I am left with 3 and 5, and I am left with 1, 3 and 4. So he is saying without reading 3, 4, 5, without reading 3, 4, 5, I can go with the answer 1, 3, 4, because it says Vietnam is one of the fastest growing economies in the world. Here the word is one of the, basically is talking about probability. He said it's talking about possibility, which has high chances of being correct, which is having high chances of being correct. So the answer he says is 1, 3, 4. So the answer he says is 1, 3, 4. Guys, this is completely wrong method of solving this question. You might have, like that bullshit story, you might have got it right, okay, by fluke, but that is not the right strategy. That is now not how UPSC has framed this question. Okay, see, you have to understand the reason behind the person who has framed the question. What is going on in his mind? Okay, let me tell you, and please listen to this very carefully for at least next 2 minutes. Okay, please be very attentive. See, we all know that China labor cost is rising. Okay, in the last 2-3 years after the COVID pandemic, you see throughout world there has been a narrative that we are looking for alternatives of China. This, you are correct or not? And India wants to replace China. There is something called China plus one strategy. Okay, there is something called China plus one strategy. This you must have read in your current affairs. China plus one strategy, plus ones, okay, where, okay, they should not be dependent on China. There must be some substitute of China. Okay, so India is trying, many countries are trying for that. Okay, many countries are trying, okay, but if you see, Vietnam has already taken that lead, and the Southeast Asian countries, okay, even Bangladesh is also coming in textiles, but India is still struggling. Okay, this is going on. Okay, this is going on for the last 2-3 years. And one reason why Vietnam is able to do is that, okay, Vietnam has what? Okay, cheap labor cost. Bangladesh is able to do because Bangladesh has cheap labor cost. But India, already the labor cost is rising. Okay, compared to Bangladesh and all these countries, India's labor cost is already rising, and there are some other problems also why manufacturing cannot be done in India. We'll come to that point. But you understand the spirit of the question. The spirit of the question, why Vietnam we are talking about. Okay, now let us read the third and fourth option. Vietnam's economic growth is linked to its integration with global supply chain and focus on exports. Fourth statement says that for a long time in Vietnam's low labor cost and stable exchange rates have attracted global manufacturers. Fifth statement says Vietnam has the most productive e-service sector in the Indo-Pacific region. Guys, let me tell you very frankly, okay, you can see here 3 and 4. If you observe 3 and 4, okay, 3 means 3 is talking about Vietnam's economic growth. Vietnam's economic growth is linked to supply chain and focus on export. And 4 statement says that, you see here, economic growth caused by, okay, this is effect, caused by Y, supply chain integration and export is caused by, you can see here, low labor cost. And since there is economic growth, Vietnam is the fastest, one of the fastest countries. So guys, if 3 has to be there, 4 automatically has to be there. Okay, 3 and 4 automatically has to be there because 1 is cause of the effect. If effect is right, cause has to be right. Are you getting this point or not? If effect is right, cause has to be right. So rather than eliminating 2, we don't need to know about 2. Guys, why you just think, why UPSC will ask you what is happening in politics of some other countries, which is a multi-party, bi-party, that party. You go and check. You go and check whenever there is a question on some other countries. Okay, they will not go and talk about the internal politics. UPSC generally UPSC question, they are not going to comment on some internal political dynamics of any country. Generally it will not comment. 99.99% go, you can check out, but they will comment on the economic growth of that country. Economic growth, because we are worried about our economic growth. We are not here to pass value judgment that this party system is good or that party system is good. Okay, so UPSC is not expecting you to know this multi-party thing or not. Okay, some people say that it is there in NCERT, some class 12th NCERT and all that, but I think that is also nonsense, because that is not needed. That is not needed. You just need to know this technique that if 3 is correct, okay, you just need to know that if 3 is correct, 4 automatically becomes correct, because 4 is the cause of 3. 4 is the cause of 3. Now you see 3 and 4 are only in this. 3 and 4 are only in this, and logically also when 4 is true, 3 becomes true. When 3 becomes true, 1 has also chances of becoming true. So 1, 3 and 4 is the answer, and the logic here is cause and effect. Logic here is cause and effect. Guys, did you understand this? Guys, did you understand this? Because again, let me just quickly summarize it. Again, quickly summarize this. Guys, you see, third statement says that Vietnam's economic growth is linked to integration with global supply chain and focus on export. This means what? Let me just write here. It says that Vietnam's economic growth, Vietnam eco growth, okay, is happening on value chain and exports. This is statement 3. Statement 4 says what? Okay, statement 4 says what? Manufacturing happens because of what? Happens because of low labor cost and stable exchange. And without manufacturing, what will you export? You cannot export anything. To become an exporting country, you have to first manufacture it. Okay, so you see how manufacturing leads to export, and export leads to economic growth. Economic growth leads to one of the fastest economy, which is option 1. Guys, you can see how many of you understood this elimination techniques. Go and check anywhere in the internet. Have you seen this technique, cause and effect? Have you seen this technique? That's why guys I am telling you that learn the right optional elimination technique and solve the right test also. Guys, in my Optima test, okay, I have been giving such kind of questions where you can master these techniques, There is most important questions for the prelims 2023. Please do solve them. If you are really seriously preparing for the prelims 2023, guys, I have cracked the prelims examination all 6 times. In the last 2-3 years, I have predicted most of the questions in the UPSC prelims. If you want your last 30 days to be counted, please, solve these questions. Okay, you can also make use of these cards, Optima cards for revision. Last year, at least 20 to 25 questions came directly from my card, and this year also I am challenging. At least 20 questions will directly come from the card. But let me come back to tell you that, guys, this weekend my optional elimination webinar is completely filled. So you will be getting your seats registered for the next week if you just click the link below, and you can register for the next week my optional elimination webinar. So guys, one more thing I would like to tell you here, that why that strategy is wrong. That buy. So I just showed you that there it worked. Now I am going to show you 2 places, UPSC question only, where this bye if you do, then UPSC will say bye, let me see you next attempt. You can see, with reference to the British colonial rule in India, consider the following. Mahatma Gandhi was instrumental in abolition of a system of indentured labor. In Lord Chelmsford War Conference, Mahatma Gandhi did not support the resolution on recruiting Indians for the World War. Third, consequent upon the breaking of salt law by Indian people, the Indian National Congress was declared illegal by the colonial rulers. So you see here, breaking of salt law by Indian people. So if you delete this, you will delete this, you will get answer 1 and 2. That is wrong answer. So if someone is saying that wherever you see by, you eliminate that, guys, you will end up losing marks, and not just one. I'll show you many questions. With reference to forced labor in India during the Gupta period. Which of the following statements is correct? It was considered a source of income for state, a sort of tax paid by the people. So this is wrong according to that optional elimination technique, but that is the correct answer. There is no buy here, but these techniques are wrong, and these options are wrong, and this is the correct answer. So guys, such kind of faulty buy, what does buy mean? What does buy? Is there any logic behind that? There is no logic behind that. See, that's why I tell. One more question I'll show you. This question also he was telling, sir, this question also, according to Kautilya Arthashastra, which of the following are correct? A person could be slave as a result of judicial punishment. If a female slave bore her master a son, she was legally free. And if a person born to a female slave was fathered by her master, again, so this will be incorrect. But the answer is 1, 2, 3. Just because by is there, that does not mean that statement is wrong. Please don't follow such kind of illogical option elimination techniques. You will end up losing marks in the exam. If you want to learn the real option elimination techniques, do register for the webinar. The link is in the description. This weekend seats are filled. Now we are registering for the next weekend. Don't miss it. Every day 100, 200 people are registering. That is why it is getting filled every day. Very quickly. So guys, so you see this optional elimination technique. Cause and effect. If you really like this, please do like and please do share this with other aspirants also, so that it reaches more number of aspirants, because you have to please do share with the other aspirants also, so that it reaches genuine people, because see, I don't want any genuine people to get harmed by some wrong option elimination technique. So guys, thank you, bye bye, take care.